So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, co-owner of the XFL, talks a little bit about this USFL jab. If you didn't see, so USA Today's Tom Schad talked with XFL co-owner Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Dany Garcia about the USFL, its impact on the XFL, and their Hollywood quote-unquote jab during a recent promo. The slight jab amused Johnson. He also knows something about TV wars when the WWE competed with WCW during the Monday Night Wars in the 90s. That was the Monday Night Wars era in the 90s. So let's take a listen.
This is for the real ones, the fans that live for this. This is the USFL, reborn from the OGs. This isn't some Hollywood knockoff. This is Dragons, USDA primetime football. Just ask these guys.
You better recognize the real.
Accept no substitutes. This is...
So there you have it. So Johnson said, quote, "We're all in the entertainment and all connected to Hollywood, so I thought that ad, we got a big laugh out of that ad," he said in an interview on Friday. Also, "It's much easier to talk trash when you're hiding behind the corporate walls and a computer. We're very forward-facing. We're not hard to find." Close quote. Thought that was a little interesting. DJ knows a little something about a little talking trash, especially when it comes to these kind of things, So I just thought that was kind of funny. He says that the XFL is happy with their league's direction and committed to the fans in their markets. Quote, I think that this is one of our pillars and anchors to go and always take care of the fans, go to the city and take care of the fans. Johnson said, "We're very happy with the decisions that we've made. We're very happy that we go to every market and we are committed to that market long term. We commit to those fans. We commit to the city." Also, Dany Garcia talks about how the XFL timeframe is good for their league and players, and also leaves a nice little thing at the end for the USFL. She says, quote, "We're going to continue to execute our playbook. I love where we're at. I love our slot," which she's talking about the time of year. "I love our decision to be in a specific window that advances where our athletes can go afterwards as compared to much later in the season, which is really challenging. So I think we absolutely wish them the best, and I think them, of course, is the USFL she's talking about." So XFL just finished their week 6 of the season, something the XFL 2.0 era could not do, even though it wasn't their fault. Global pandemic, we all know that. Their season ends May 13th in San Antonio for the big championship game. The USFL kicks off on April 15th. So one thing to keep in mind is that both of these leagues will cross paths 7 times during that time period once the USFL kicks off in April 15th. Then the XFL will actually have a bye week before their championship game, so then the USFL will be free run that weekend. So both leagues say they wish each other well, which is true, but they're kind of focused on their own thing. But like it or not, all football fans have dubbed it the Spring Football Wars, so you're just going to have to stay tuned for that. Ultimately, though, the success for both the XFL and USFL, remember, is good for everyone. All football fans should be rooting for both leagues, not one over the other. Whether they can compete in the same space long term, like in the next 5 years, is up for debate. But we are definitely excited for the XFL and USFL season. 2 business models. We've got more football to bet on, more football to do fantasy football, more opportunities for players. There'll be stars in the XFL. There'll be stars in the USFL. It's just good for football all around. Whether or not if they both last for the next couple of years, or they merge at some point, who knows what the deal is there. But it's just it's good for us for now. And I think it's good for the players, coaches, and staffs, everybody involved with these leagues. So keep that in mind, and don't be a fanboy, and don't be a troll. So this is good for everyone. But this was a little bit of a little skirmish there, the first one. Who did the first shot or whatever. But the Spring Football Wars is certainly on.